Oh. Not me with the mute button on. Listen, you guys, I do apologize about that. I had the mute button on because I was taking a phone call. But listen, welcome to Nandy After Dark. I am your host, your coach, your girl, Coach Nandy. And I really appreciate you guys tuning into this um, paid segment of Nandy After Dark. This is where we will be live 3 days a week. Get that right. 3 days a week, every week. So you don't have to worry about when I'm coming on, and all that good stuff. As you guys do. And I really appreciate you guys for that very much so. Um, can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know in the comments if you ladies can hear me. We'll give a few more people a little bit more time to get on. Some people were having technical difficulties. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the comments, please. Make sure all my mics and everything. You can hear me? Okay. Loud and clear. Okay. Listen. Why is this talking back to me? It should not be talking back to me. Oh, I know why it's talking back to me because I shouldn't be on that screen. I should be on this screen. Hey, y'all, I got something hot coming down the pipe. Let me cut this one off. There we go. And just stay on here. What's up, you guys? Thank you so much. You guys did not hesitate to sign up for our scheduled show of Nandy After Dark, our scheduled segment. So thank you all so much for that. We'll give more people time to catch on and hear about it, know about it, and sign up for it over the next week or two. But all of you who jump right on it immediately, yes, you can hear. Awesome. I definitely do appreciate your support very much. I'm just waiting for something to come through so we could talk about it because child, it just dropped in my lap. Okay. It just dropped in my lap. But yeah, it's juicy too. It's juicy. And it's just for y'all for right now. Y'all to be the first ones to hear about it, know about it, see about it, blah 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 blah. On the paid segment here. So I thought my sound was messed up, but it was you. Thanks, Miss Lot. Marvette, my girl, what's up? Miss McGee, hello to you too. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get started on. I don't even want to cover that segment. I'm going to wait for that piece and I'll tell you about this. Or we'll talk about something else until this comes through to me in the next couple of minutes here. So y'all know that Carmen has partnered with this woman. Her name is Karen, and she lives in Houston. She has a page called Bougie Bees Cook. And some people say she purchased her page because the number's not numbering, and all that stuff. And so since she's partnered up with Carmen, she's been taking a little bit of a hit on her reputation. People have been going after her because there's a lot of Carmen haters out there. And this woman has unfortunately fallen into that space where Carmen is, where some people hate her, some people love her, those things like that. Thank you, Thanks, Marvette, for the super sticker, $10. I definitely appreciate it. And Miss Lot, I did get that very big cash app from you today. So thank you for that. I wasn't expecting it at all. I didn't even put my cash app. I don't even how you even know my cash app information, but you did to the cash app, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you for that, Miss Lot. And hi, Lisa, and also you as well, Marvette, of course. Thank you so much. So sweet, kind of generous. Listen, so Carmen has partnered with this lady, and we're going to listen to a clip of Carmen saying how she met this lady, and how they came, because people are like, how the hell do they even know each other? Because we've never even heard of this lady before. And we certainly never heard Carmen make reference to her, or anything like that. So this lady and Carmen have hooked up, and people been going after the lady. And so I want to share with you all. Let me bring it up real quick, make sure it's still here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Unless she call herself got me blocked. But baby, you ain't got to worry about that because I will use my personal account. You know, you guys, while I'm bringing this back up, because I had it up and then it timed out that particular window. I don't know how these people have all these burner accounts, you guys. I mean, people swear on their lives, their kids' lives, their worthless, trifless lives. Huh? That I have burner accounts, multiple burner accounts, any burner accounts. I do not. I don't. You know why? Because I don't give a damn what they're saying on those other pages. If I go to someone else's page, it's because I'm doing some kind of research for this page. And I, even like Carmen and Tay, I will skim through it. And the page is built around them. I would tell you if I watch their videos because that's what I get paid to do, literally. But I don't. I skim through them. Sometimes y'all say Darnell's over there and he's doing this and he said this, and I'll go over and I'll take a look and get what I need, or stay as long as I want and leave. But following someone and setting my alarms every day to them or going on their page under a different profile, I don't fucking do that. When I went on to Darnell's page, I wasn't under a fake profile. I was under my Nandy After Dark. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. If I say something, I want people to know I said it, not some dummy profile or fake profile. I'm not gonna hide behind a fake profile to say some shit that I'm thorough enough. As we say up top, I'm thorough enough to say that shit to your face, whoever you are. So no, I don't have no damn burner accounts. I have my personal account, which I've had for as long as Facebook has been alive, and then the Nandy After Dark page, and that's it, literally. Okay. I'm back on her page. I don't even know why she said this. I don't know what the hell. Let me go down. Here it is. Okay. So let me there we go. Okay. Before we get started with that, of course, you guys know how we get down over here. We're going to do our obligatory disclaimer and all that good stuff. All right. But I'm going to make it super quick. What is this? Settings. Y'all, let me see if it came through yet. Oh my God, child. People something else. Yep, here we go. Oh, here we go. Let me hold on. This wasn't even I literally was helping a couple people get on here, which is why I was late. And then I got a phone call and was like, oh, here you go. Okay, girl. I appreciate it. Hold on. Let's see. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. See, this gonna prompt me. Now I gotta do okay. I'm gonna do it though. You know what? Let me see if I do it like this. Oh, wait. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. It's just in. Let's go here. Child. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Here it is. Come on. Let me do that. And then let me see. All right. Because people something else, boy. I promise you that. Huh? Mm-mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. This just came. I wasn't even planning for this to be part of the show. But to shut up a fucking cup. I mean, oh my God, child. Oh, I mean, I need time to even. I need time to even kind of digest this a little bit. Hold on. Oh, oh. Let me make a phone call, y'all. I'm gonna have to put y'all on mute. Let me make a phone call, cause baby, listen. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Hold. Hold up. Hold up. Let me mute. Let me mute. Hold on. Baby. I ain't get an answer, but I did send a text message. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all gotta give me a minute, okay? Cause y'all know. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is juicy, baby. Ooh, let me hold on. Let me tag this up first. Hold on. Hold the hell on, baby. After we get off of here and we discuss all the things that we're gonna discuss on here, I'm gonna have to do a debrief with this piece of information that just came into me because this is motherfucking hot off the press. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Um, cause, ooh, hold on. What the fuck are you? What is this? Let's see. Sales. Why is this doing this? This getting on my nerve. There we go. Okay. There we go. Add you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me see. It's crazy. Y'all, I've been getting receipts all, what you call it? I've been getting receipts all, what you call it? All week. Some I'm gonna show you some, you know. What does it say? Oh no. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Because again, this wasn't even part of the show. All right. So y'all bear with me. It's not like I'm just getting whatchamacallit. Okay. It's not like I'm getting whatchamacallit. There we go. That's what I want. All right. Okay. Well, you know what? Forget what I was about to say about Carmen. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right. That's what we'll do. Hold up. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's right. And then you. Uh-huh. And then you. Wait a minute. I don't know why this is up here, but I'm not gonna take you down though. You. Uh-huh. You. Uh-huh. And you. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Back to life. Guess what, y'all? We like hot off the press. I just had to digest it a little bit because this is the first my eyes have seen of it. And this is hot off the press. This is exclusive tea for the moment. I mean, once we say it and etc., then that's it. It's out there. Okay, guys. So it has come to my attention that today, February 2nd, 2024, this afternoon, Carmen, who hasn't been around lately, has filed a motion against Corinna for all kinds of shit. Okay, she's trying to do this ahead of their court date, which is this coming Tuesday. I happen to have that motion, and we paid for it, and I'm going to share it with you right now. All right, it's juicy too, y'all. Oh my god. See, Carmen and Taby over there, they be moving in silence. They be moving in silence. Let me see. Here it is. This is what I want to share with y'all. Okay, child. So let's backpedal just a little bit. Let's put it in perspective. All right. So Corinna, back on October 17, 2023, a couple months ago, Corinna filed what we're looking at right now. She said, this is when I was going to go to court, and they had a video call. So, that put the kibosh on that. So Corinna and her attorney went to court for a consent order. And because Carmen was using the videos and saying, I got you, I promise, all the trademark stuff. The video's trademark. That I got you, I promise is trademark. And of course, the seasonings are trademark. And Carmen was doing all of these things that she shouldn't have been doing that was outside of the agreement for the lawsuit, outside of the lawsuits, not what's outlined in the lawsuit. And the judge, if you remember last year, said, okay, we're going to put a temporary injuncture in and all that good stuff. Okay. So Corinna and her attorney got tired of seeing Carmen use their videos left, right, up, down, etc. And, and just still using things from the I Got You brand. And also doing other things like partnering with people, promoting other spices, which we saw her do a couple times. And all the things that she was doing. So Corinna in October put this consent order in. Okay. And the consent order is a motion from the judge. They went to so they still have this big lawsuit. Just keep that in mind. There's this large overarching lawsuit that's happening. And in the meantime, because people continue to breach agreements and things that the judge said stop doing and etc., there's other litigation that goes down, that they filed with the courts lawsuits as things continue to go down as they're waiting for this larger overarching court case. Okay. So in October, a couple of months ago, this is the one where Corinna was like, listen, take her clean off the internet. Okay. So Corinna said, listen, we want a consent. Well, no, this isn't the take her clean off the internet. This is one before that. They came to an agreement while Carmen was on that cruise, if you remember. Okay. And they had a video conference call that day, but their attorneys were able to work some things out in the background. So part of that was the parties agree that they should make a joint statement. Wait, let me make sure you guys can see this. Oops, sorry, hold on. Here we go. Okay, so it says that the parties agree that they should make a joint statement on their respective social media pages with the terms outlined in Section 7 of the settlement agreement. So this is referencing the settlement agreement, okay? Back when she gave her the trailer and everything. They went to court and they agreed on an amount. Said joints, and it was said during that time that they would make a joint statement, on their pages or, something like that. Said joint statement should be posted at a date and time mutually agreed upon. Okay, so basically we're cool, we're good, da-da-da. So Corinna is saying, so whereas the parties agree to stipulate that Carmen Smith shall cease and desist from actively promoting, marketing, and or selling any seasonings other than I Got You seasonings for the duration of the litigation. Okay. This paragraph does not preclude Carmen Smith use of other seasonings or seasoning blends. So she can use other seasoning blends, even by competing companies and on camera during her shows. So she can use Mrs. Dash and whatever, her shows and videos. Carmen Smith shall continue to abide by Section G of the original settlement agreement. So whereas the parties agree and stipulate that Carmen shall cease and desist from actively using or promoting any and all videos on her social media page that were produced and or paid for by I Got You. Okay, so we went over all of this already. So it also says that I've got you seasoning. The parties agree and stipulate that Carmen Smith will discontinue the use of the phrase I got you seasonings, because that's trademark in her marketing, unless she is using it directly to promote and or market I Got You seasonings. Nothing in this paragraph shall prevent Carmen from utilizing the phrase I got you, because we saw that on that spice cookbook that's coming out from her business partner, huh? So she can say, I got you, I've got you, and she did. That's what they did. I got you, or seasoning. So she can say those, but she can't say I got you seasonings. All right. Okay. So this is all the things that they agreed to out of court, that Carmen would stop doing. Okay. The parties hereby recognize and agree that failing to comply with the terms of the consent order, this order may result in either party being sanctioned by this court or otherwise held in contempt, which could mean jail time, very easily so. The parties further recognize and agree that they may be held responsible for the other party's attorney fees, etc., etc. Okay. So here's what's ordered in a nutshell. Each of the agreements and stipulations are made to the court order. Upon execution of this consent order, plaintiffs hereby withdraw the emergency motion for temporary restraining order and the court, and the parties expressly restrain from and do not waive any and all rights. Okay. So this is what it is. Stop using my videos. Make sure that you don't promote any other seasonings. You can use them, but you can't promote them. And you don't be saying I got you seasonings and all of this. Okay, so they agreed to this. What happened was, the day that this happened, Carmen, that same day, was still playing I Got You videos, which we talked about. Okay, so then Corinna filed this. Okay, Corinna was like, oh, you want to play games? You want to fuck with me? You want to be using my videos and spit in my face? Okay, I got you. I promise. So Corinna went back to the court. This was on December. This was just a couple of weeks ago. All right, here's the date down here at the bottom. December 28th. Not even a month. Well, a little over a month. It's about a month. And Corinna said, listen, Your Honor, this lady is still showing my videos. This lady is still playing in my face. This lady is still promoting other seasonings. She has violated the consent order, which would be this, which we just went over. Okay. And Corinna said that she's so egregious with it and so bold with it and so brazen with it that we want her take it off. So she has all these times that that Carmen had showed videos on her page. October 18th, just one day after the court entered the order, counter defendant Carmen live streamed a video on Facebook making several disparaging comments regarding Corinna Jones in direct violation of this court's order. So she went on and was talking about Corinna. See, it doesn't get real until it gets real. She went on Darnell's page, and she and Darnell were talking about, the consent order. And that's when the so-called A team said that they're broken up now. And they're, well, not broken up, but Darnell said he was leaving and, all that stuff. And, and they were on there talking about Corinna badly, okay, disparagingly. And so that was just the next day, October 18th, okay? So I'm just rehashing and level setting for this document we're about to look at. So Corinna said, her attorney said just one day they were on there talking shit about her, okay, making disparaging comments regarding Corinna, which is in direct violations. The order was don't be talking about each other and, and all that kind of stuff, okay? Also on October 18th, one of Carmen Smith's employees and admins for her Facebook page, Darnell, held the live stream, which was later shared and posted about Carmen, which means she co-signed it, during which he made additional disparaging comments about Corinna, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. On October 19th, Carmen Smith posted a video that was produced by I Got You Seasonings. This posting was done in violation of paragraph 4 of this court's October 17, 2023 order. Okay, that's one we just looked at. So it goes on and tells all these dates, all the time she was out of compliance. She posted 2 additional videos, posted videos, all of this. Okay. So they look at it. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So it says that these are just a few examples of the willful disregard. So her thumbing her nose to the court's order that Carmen has conducted over the last month since she signed the order saying that she wouldn't do it the day before. Okay. So Corinna saying she's in contempt of court. So they go on to explain what that means and et cetera, et cetera. So Corinna says that in finding a civil contempt must be based on clear and convincing evidence, which they have, et cetera, et cetera. Acts of contempt are neither civil or criminal. They are not. They're either direct, meaning they are committed within sensory perception of the judge. So the judge is up to the judge's discretion of what's contempt and what's in violation, obviously, of course. Okay. So let's see. Action, sanctions, and all that stuff. So they're asking for the judge to put his foot down and say, or her, they're giving examples of how people, something similar happened and in the Levine versus Centrist. We went over all that. So let's get down to it. So they're saying that they want to hold her in contempt of court and dismiss her complaint because she had a lawsuit out there. Go ahead and throw that away because she hasn't done anything anyway on that complaint. And they said that she needs to understand the gravity of her actions. So she needs to understand that we're serious and that this court order is serious and that she's playing in everybody's face. So they said because of that, Carmen is entitled to Carmen's to dismissal of Carmen's case against her, not to prosecute her and take any adverse actions against her, and all of that stuff. So let's scroll down a little bit because they're giving a lot of examples. Carmen Smith's enjoining her from social media. So Carmen's patterns and practice over the last 2 months, and willful disobedience, blah, 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 blah. Lots of jargon. Corinna is entitled to her attorney fees. So they want attorney fees for Corinna. All right. And they also want her to be held in contempt. They want her in jail. They want attorney fees. They want her case to be dismissed. All these things we went over before. And they said Carmen has violated the orders no less than a dozen times. So she's willfully, she knows and she doesn't care. It's not like a mistake. And they also want her removed from the internet. They feel like she's a threat to the brand, the I Got You brand. And they want her removed clean off of the internet. All right. That was this order that was filed at the end of December. Okay. We all know this already. I'm just setting you up for, we were going to talk about this anyway. We're going to talk about what that looks like and what the judge might do on Tuesday, but then something dropped into my lap. All right. Sanctioned for her misconduct. She wants her attorney fees and all that good stuff. All right. Typically proof, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So now Carmen has today, this afternoon, this is how they do. This is how they move. Let's get to this one. Carmen has filed a counter against Corinna today. This is hot off the press. You can see it was filed 2/24 at 1:40 p.m. today, Friday. Okay, the day, the 2 days before her court date, business days. Okay, so here we go. Plaintiff's motion, that would be Carmen, for contempt. She's trying to get Corinna for contempt. Motion to enforce settlement agreements and rules. Okay. So let me go down here. Let me see something. Let me see if she has an attorney on this, because Corinna's attorneys are for sure on here. There we go. So Ashley Hughes is her attorney on this. Okay. Ashley Hughes, that's the lady. If you remember, I told you guys over here first that Carmen's attorney had dropped her. Okay. She dropped her in the big case against Corinna. She dropped her for whatever reason. She just found it too much to work with Carmen. So she went ahead and dropped her and filed the motion and everything. Okay. But then Carmen did some, I don't know, begging, threw money at or whatever. You know how bad you have to be as a client for somebody to drop you, unless you're not paying, which I don't think that was the case. But you know how you got to be when you are under the advisement of an attorney, legal counsel. It's in your best interest, in your case's best interest, for you to do what they tell you to do. Like when I told you guys, that wasn't me in the pictures. That they told me not to even discuss that with you guys. From the decade, before I even started the page, I consulted with my attorneys and they said, don't even mention it. Don't bring it up. And if it comes up, deny it. It'll go away. That's what attorneys do. They're here to give you advice, or just don't talk about it. So, Carmen's attorneys no doubt told her the same thing. Stop posting, stop talking about Corinna, stop trying to tear down the company, etc., etc. And Carmen kept doing it. How am I going to protect you if you're not under the umbrella? You done stepped out into the rain. You're going to get wet. I can't protect you. Okay, so then she dropped her, and then Carmen went and did some begging and kissing and pleading and all that and got her back. So I see she's also just filed this case for her, okay? But Corinna got her big time attorneys, Oliver Hughes, etc., etc. Okay, let's go through this real quick. Carmen filed this hot off the press a few hours ago. And not even 12 hours ago. So now comes plaintiff Carmen in the above style action to submit this motion for contempt against Corinna. All right. And doing so shows this honorable court the following. On December 7th, 2022, the parties agreed to a mutual release settlement agreement. Okay, that's when Corinna went ahead and bought her out and everything. In an effort to settle disputes between them, the settlement agreement provided that Corinna Jones was to remove Carmen Smith's name, likeness, face. So Corinna was supposed to remove Carmen's name from the books, the bottles, the ba. Okay, this was the settlement agreement. The settlement agreement provided that Corinna Jones was supposed to take Carmen's name off of everything, her likeness, her face, and or phrases from the entirety of the business. See, Carmen's trying to get her Corinna caught up in this loophole now, including all social media, packaging, web packages, marketing material, everything, logos, merchandise. Wasn't supposed to have Carmen's name and picture, likeness. According to this, is what Carmen's attorneys is asserting, that they're not supposed to have. Corinna was supposed to strip everything down from that day forward. Okay. They're saying that since the settlement agreement was executed, Corinna has continued to use the plaintiff's name, likeness, face on the bottles, still selling the cookbook, still selling the seasonings. I mean, she just got the seasoning bottle changed, but they're saying, and phrases as part of merchandise and other promotional materials of I Got You. So Carmen and her team trying to be slick here. Okay. Corinna continues to promote, market, and sell a cookbook titled Chef Carmen's Simple and Easy Favorites, the cookbook. The cookbook's cover is a large photograph of plaintiff and contains Chef Carmen in its title. So she's using her face and her likeness is what they're saying. This is in direct violation of the settlement agreement. See Exhibit A, which we're going to look at in a minute. Defendant's website listing for the cookbook. Okay, Carmen's website is listed for the cookbook. On October 17, 2023, so when they went for that order that I just saw, the consent order, the parties agreed to a consent order, there it is, in an effort to settle disputes raised by Corinna in an emergency motion for temporary restraining order. The court entered the order on October 17th. The council order provided that neither party, including their admins, employees, or agents, would make or encourage any social media or online postings, including but not limited to videos, posts, comments, or like in which they disparage, etc., etc. So they're saying that in that consent order that I just showed you, that it was agreed that they would not, Carmen or Corinna, or their employees, their A team, their admin, the this, the that they would not, make any comments against each other. Same thing that we already talked about, right? Since the consent was entered, so since that day, Corinna has disparaged. Child, I gotta take me some water straight out the bottle for them. Since that consent order that we just read before this, they're alleging that Corinna has disparaged, condemned, and spoke negatively on both her social media page and other social media pages with regard to Carmen. So they're saying, wait a minute, Corinna is still using Carmen's, selling the cookbooks with Carmen's picture on it. She sold the seasoning lines with Carmen's picture on it up until maybe a month or so ago. She is still, doing all these things using Carmen's likeness. And also that Corinna, they're alleging, since that order, has herself said disparaging things against Carmen. So they said the defendant, Carmen, has used Facebook Live, status updates, and the comment sections of various postings to speak negatively and intentionally spread false information regarding Carmen. Corinna has also encouraged and actively requested others to monitor Carmen's social media postings and send copies thereof to her. So they're saying that Corinna has encouraged, hired people or recruited people and encouraged them to go over to Carmen's page, monitor what she says and does, and come back and tell me. This is what they're alleging. Okay. Based on all of this, Corinna, based on all of this, Corinna has acted in bad faith. Oh, I'm glad that microphone on. I'd have been pissed if it was off this whole time. Based on all of this, they're alleging Corinna has acted in bad faith and violated the consent order by knowingly and purposefully posting disparaging comments and videos about plaintiff. In accordance with Georgia Superior Rule, counsel for Corinna has corresponded with Carmen's counsel via telephone and email requesting that Corinna stop her behavior. Okay. So in other words, they're saying that Carmen's attorney has reached out to Corinna and said, hey, stop your behavior. And they said that Corinna has made no attempt to comply with the settlement agreement provision requiring her to remove the Carmen's name, likeness, Plaintiffs have also made no attempt to limit her disparaging comments. So they're saying Corinna is in breach of the settlement agreement of the court order, and Carmen now moves this honorable court to enforce the settlement agreement and hold Corinna in contempt with all costs levied against her, Corinna. They're also saying argument and citation of authority. Defendant Corinna has violated the settlement agreement. This matter turns on basic principles of contract formation and enforcement. Because there is an existing binding agreement, Corinna is entitled to enforce the settlement. I'm sorry, defendant, which would be Corinna, is entitled to enforce the settlement agreement. Blah 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 blah. They're citing examples, etc., etc. The parties entered into a mutual settlement agreement, so they're both legally held, responsible for that. They're saying that Corinna should be held into contempt of court. Pursuant to blah, 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 this court may enter contempt proceedings for failing to comply with the court's order in the administration of justice. The court may enforce their orders by contempt proceedings because disobedience to the law, blah, 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 all the stuff that they said about Carmen. In conclusion, what they're saying is Carmen moves and is asking the court for an order granting this motion to enforce settlement agreement. So let me finish reading. Motion for contempt and for all costs to be assessed against defendant. The plaintiff requests that the court grant this motion, enter orders as necessary to compel compliance with the settlement agreement and the spirit of the settlement, enter such orders necessary to hold Corinna in contempt for violation of court, grant an expedited hearing to prevent, let me move this. Hold on. Grant an expedited hearing to prevent delay and prejudice as a result of Corinna's breach of the settlement. Grant any and all such relief as this court deems just and appropriate. That was today, the 3rd day of February 2024. Okay, that was today. So in other words, in conclusion, what they're saying is Corinna has violated the terms of the original settlement agreement, and we want to get paid for it. All right. We want you to hold her in contempt. We want you to hurry up and do an expedited hearing to prevent a delay and prejudice as a result of the defendant's breach. So hurry up and do it. We want an emergency hearing or expedited hearing. And we want you to grant us relief as you see fit. That could be $1. That could be $15 million, etc. Okay. This is hot off the press. And this was I was made aware of this by a teammate. And she paid for it. I'm going to send her money back for it, as I do with most court things that come down to me. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Are you guys in the comments? Can you guys hear me? What's happening right now? I'm not seeing you guys' comments at all. I see some comments, but I don't see any comments. Let me know if you guys have access, because sometimes YouTube is a little bit glitchy. And depending on if you're on Patreon or YouTube, that shouldn't affect it. But let me know in the comments. So this is Carmen's attempt at turning around and giving Corinna a bloody nose, a proverbial bloody nose. So turn around and say, okay, you're holding me in contempt. What about all the times that you did X, Y, and Z, and you're in contempt of court for all these things? But here's the problem that I see with this. When Corinna bought, I feel like this is a desperate stab in the dark and mad dash and grab from Carmen and her team to try to get ahead of what's going to happen in court on Tuesday. Here's the problem with this contempt, okay, that Carmen has brought against Corinna. When Corinna purchased the I Got You brand, she purchased the I Got You brand. She purchased everything that goes along with that brand. The videos, go along with the brand. The cookbooks go along with the brand. And so there's that. Also, in addition to that, Carmen herself, and here you go, Corinna, here's a little nugget for you. I don't know if y'all thought of it, even if you had the time. I don't know. But Carmen herself was still using the I Got You trailer, and that is in contempt. She shouldn't have been riding around with that name on her truck after the business was sold. So there's that. So if you want to talk about Corinna's using your likeness and doing this and doing that and still got your pictures and this and that, but you were still driving around with the name of a company you no longer own plastered all over your food trailer. So there's that, you know. This is going to be very interesting to see, because one thing I do know about the whole likeness and this and that, okay, that's I feel like purchasing the brand, the company, and that goes along. Anything that's what's called proprietary to the company now belongs to Corinna. That would be the cookbooks and everything else. The saying. Um, so it's going to be really interesting to see what the judge says. But what I do know is on that order, the consent order that was filed in October, where they were saying don't use the videos, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Carmen definitely violated in those spaces. That's cut and dry. That's black and white. There's no gray area there with that. So, like it might be with her, Corinna still selling the cookbooks, which she now owns since she bought the business, and Carmen's picture being on it. She hasn't, they haven't produced anything new with Carmen's picture on it, is what I'm saying. They would have taken a massive financial loss to throw away all those cookbooks, throw away all those seasonings with Carmen's name on it, etc. And so, fiscally, that wouldn't be sound. So, and Corinna has bought the company. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the judge handles this on Tuesday, this last minute mad dash for cash that Carmen and her attorneys did to file this counter against Corinna and asking for an expedited case at that. So let me see. Janice Mitchell said, hi, Miss Janice. She said, sounds like Crook is grasping at straws. She is playing checkers and Corinna is playing chess. It's chess, but I knew what you meant. Corinna's playing chess and she's playing checkers. This is a big deal. This but depending on who the judge is, it's always up to the judge's discretion on how any case on this planet is going to go. It's always a lot of different facts and things like that go into and play into the outcome of a case and what the judge has to consider, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So blatant acts of contempt of court, and things like that. So it's going to be really interesting. Hazel said, oh, please, nice try, Crook. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out because, this has been going on and it's back and forth. But the judge's orders were clear in that order that we saw in October, and Carmen has clearly violated that. Carmen and her team, her legal team, alleges that Corinna has also disparaged Carmen and said disparaging things about her. So they're going to have to present that evidence in court. You can't just say, see, this is what happened with me when I went to court with them, right? Carmen and Tay was in there lying, okay? Telling all kinds of lies on me. I was in that fight. I was not in it. I orchestrated and was the head of the fight in Vegas that when Nikki and them went down there to go and fight Carmen and Tay, that I was the head of that. I didn't have a bitch ass thing to do with that. Are you nuts? I barely even knew about it because I didn't care about it at all. I didn't even cover it on our show, if you remember, at all. So lying and saying that I was the head of that and I orchestrated that and I was the main one, just fucking lying to get me thrown in jail. Saying that I calls her son gay on my program. You a lie. I've never said that. And they had no proof. I mean, it was just a whole bunch of lies that they were saying. I said her grandmother do drugs. You're a bitch ass lie. I never said that. Just lied. Just to get me thrown in court. That's why it's going to be always up and stuck. Ain't no amount of money they could print to get me to not ever talk about them again. That shit is no. You don't do that. Period. No matter what's going on. I didn't do it to them. I've never done it to them. I just stayed on my slice of the internet and you know what I'm saying? Do what I do over here. I digress. Okay. What I'm saying is they're going to have proof. And the judge that we had, she was so pressed for time. They went over the time with the lying and crying. And then she was finally like, all right, go ahead. I heard enough. Go turn yourself in. Complete bullshit. But that's what happened. They had zero proof because none of that never happened, obviously. But in this case, oh, they're gonna have to prove and pull the videos up where they say Corinna was talking disparagingly about Carmen, that she was writing disparagingly about Carmen in the groups, etc., etc. They're gonna have to prove that. That it's not gonna be like how it was with me when they made all these wild ass, lying ass accusations. They're going to have to pull up exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. They're going to have to pull it up. They're going to have to pull it up. And, they're going to have some merit to it. And, you know, I can't off the top of my head, and I'm not being biased or anything like that. I can't off the top of my head remember Corinna saying anything disparaging about Carmen. I can't remember that. Can you guys let me know in the comments if you remember Carmen going online and talking cold cash shit about Corinna? I've seen Carmen do it the next day at the court. So I don't recall that. So they're gonna be hard pressed to prove that, because this judge, Miss Dearborn is her name. That she's the judge that they're going to see on Tuesday. They'll be in front of on Tuesday. She's not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. She ain't gonna be like that other judge who hear people for 5 minutes and then be like, okay, get down there to the welfare. It ain't gonna be like that. So this is very interesting. And once we go off of live on here, I will be live on our main page, because this is hot off the press. I will be going over this again. At this point by now, I'm sure there are people on here who are connected to other groups and pages and people, and they done told them, so they done ran to get it too at this point now. But yeah, we're still gonna break this shit on down. After this live, we'll do like an afterlife, a breakdown, like a debriefing. All right. Okay. Very interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to how it's all going to shake out on Tuesday. On Tuesday, again, that was Corinna's, going to the court and saying she's been doing all this stuff, throw her ass in jail, and or restrict her rights to accessing social media. So that's going to be interesting. Let me play this video for you guys real quick. We did not go over our housekeeping, which is just simply basically disclaimers, copyright disclaimers, in-house disclaimers. It's all the same. Anytime I do a show, I've already explained that every show that I ever do and anytime I ever speak, it's all allegations, alleged and allegedly, even if I'm reading off a court document, as I usually say, like we just did. All right. Okay. So let's switch gears a bit and get into screenshots. Let's get into this whole cookbook thing that Carmen has been doing. And sharing these cookbooks, selling them for $25. And then now, again, as we covered the other day, and it bears repeating, the person Carmen is hooked up with is suddenly now going to be soon dropping a seasonings, blend your own and do your own seasonings book. I mean, who's the seasoning queen? That would be Carmen. And it's mighty coincidental and mighty funny that the new person she's latched onto is doing a do-it-yourself seasoning blend book with make your own homemade seasonings. We got you. That's what they literally say. It says we got you. So on the description for the cookbook. So that's all going to be interesting too. So Carmen has met up with this lady. I was telling you guys before this document dropped in my lap. Carmen met up with this lady, and the lady, has her own page. She's a cook. She cooks. And they connected. Carmen said, hey, I like what you're doing over there. Let's do a collaboration. And so they've been collaborating. They came up, they've only known each other for 2 weeks, a week, however, somewhere in there. And they came up with this cookbook idea. And since they've come up with this idea, at least one chef has come forward and said, that jerk chicken, what is it, y'all? The jerk chicken recipe is mine, and your cookbook and I'm gonna bring litigation against you if you don't take that shit out of there or give me my money. I'm paraphrasing. And the lady who's now connected with Carmen said, uh, check your inbox. Huh? Which I thought was interesting, because if you claim that I did something, I stole something from you, I took something from you, I'm going to say right on the spot, I want to talk about it right there on the spot, right? Not okay, let's talk about it online. No, because now the optics of that doesn't look good. It looks like maybe you did, steal someone's recipe. And now you want to talk about it privately behind the scenes, which I find interesting, huh? Because let me scroll up a little bit. I find her statement, here it is. I find her statement about that very, very interesting. And I'm going to tell you why I find it interesting. I find it interesting because this lady, the same lady, has since released a statement, meaning the new lady Carmen's cooking with, bougie bitch cooks. Her name is Karen. Since she got called out there about possibly stealing somebody's recipe from the recipe owner and being taken to task for it, being having litigation brought against her, the bougie lady, Karen, she has come out with a statement of her own. She's since come out with a statement of her own, threatening litigation against people, which I find to be very interesting. Let's take a look at what she's saying. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. So this new lady, Karen, she's new to the scene to us, as far as as far as we're concerned. So she says, this is the only time I'll address this because I genuinely couldn't care less. I'm not in the business of changing people's perceptions of me. But she's writing this multiple page paragraph about people's perceptions of her. I'm not in the business of changing people's perceptions of me, especially those who don't know me or barely know me. Believe whatever you want to believe. It's your prerogative. Okay. If at any point someone feels the urge to tarnish my name due to their feelings towards someone else, i.e., Carmen. So if you hate Carmen and you want to tarnish my name just because I'm associated with her, I won't waste my precious time responding to you. Defamation and legal actions are very real consequences of such actions. Just because you're venting on social media doesn't mean you're immune from accountability. Not everyone is easily rattled. Some of us, like myself, prefer to just let our actions do the talking. Okay. I've weathered plenty of storms, blah, 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 blah. If you choose, if it's blah, 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 blah. I stand by every single word I say, and I guarantee you that while you're busy weaving intricate narratives about me, I haven't seen one. Have y'all seen them? I ain't seen them. Now we do weave intricate narratives and speculations about Carmen. I'm out here living my life, unburdened by concerns about fairy tales or whatever you're concocting. When you've got something to lose, you tend to be more thoughtful about your actions because attorneys are quite effective at dealing with matters I won't bother with. People think that because you hide behind a computer screen, they can't be traced by attorneys. I mean, she's Team Carmen and Carmen's partner. I don't know about that. People can't be traced by attorneys. Are you talking about Darnell? Because he's Carmen's associate. And I don't know why you would even say that. People think they can't be traced by attorneys. Darnell's hiding behind a computer screen, and he has been. And he said he'll come out when he feels like it. Okay. But you talking about they can't be traced. Don't think you can't be traced by attorneys. Just making threats. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to my studies and work. You know, the stuff people who have actual lives have to attend to. Girl, bye. Let's talk about this. So again, this is the same lady. Let me put it up here. Who just got a pre-litigation notification, as far the hell as I'm concerned, from a lady who claims that her recipe is in that book. that they are selling. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. That's what she claims. Here we go. The Moody Foodie reached out to the same lady who's threatening litigation against everyone, saying, delete. She didn't say hi, hello, cat dog. She said, delete my Cajun butter turkey recipe. That's a pretty distinct, distinct and distinguished and distinctive recipe. Cajun butter turkey. It ain't a whole bunch of those recipes out there. So I guess when the lady read Carmen and this new lady Karen's cookbook, she was like, "Oh hell no, that's my shit there. That's mine, word for word." She said, "Delete my Cajun butter turkey recipe, or else my agency will be I will be contacting my attorney. You are monetizing. You making money and selling cookbooks off of content that ain't yours." Okay. And that is illegal. Now you sitting up here talking about legal this, legal that. I'm gonna throw my attorney at you, and y'all better not be talking about me. I don't care, because I'm unbothered by it, because I'm living my best life and I'm over here cooking. I'm over here doing this and that. I don't care what y'all think about me, but I'm gonna write this 4-page letter. Huh? And then and talking about and just throwing that attorney word around, wielding it like a sword. And so and then she so this lady is saying, you making money off of me, and that's my recipe. What you're doing is illegal, like what you're trying to say slander is. And she said, govern yourself accordingly. I mean, that's a cliche statement, but we recently saw it, Corinna's attorney using it last year when he was issuing those cease and desist letters. So yeah, and then the same lady who was up here threatening people going to say, check your messages, please. Baby, if that wasn't her recipe, if that was truly the bougie bitch cooks Karen's recipe, she'd have said it in the comments. Oh no, bitch, this ain't your motherfucking recipe. What you talking about? I got this recipe when Cajun butter recipe. I got this when I went down to Jamaica. Huh? I told them I didn't want jerk chicken. I'm tired of damn jerk chicken. Give me another recipe. And it was somebody's great granny in Jamaica who ain't trying to get copyright this, who taught me how to make a Cajun butter turkey recipe. Huh? And I know damn well it ain't all over the internet. This is mine, word for word and letter for letter. So if you knew, if you're the person who's being accused of this, you're going to say, oh no, bitch, hold up. This is my recipe. I got this from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? When I was there, it might be similar to yours, but it ain't yours. She ain't say that. She got real quiet and said, check your messages, please. You got real humble. But you out here threatening people with litigation for talking about you. Meanwhile, because people talk about Carmen, there are people who love Carmen too. They love her. There are people who hate her. There are people who hate to love her. But this lady is, it's crazy. Of course, you're going to get sucked into the drama of Carmen because you're partnering with someone who's a very controversial social media figure. Very much so. So if you think you're exempt from the backlash, you're crazy. It's going to happen. And it ain't a damn thing you can do about it because it's freedom of speech. Miss Lott said, Corinna always keeps her lives positive from what I've seen. I agree. I mean, I haven't seen any. This lady is yet to realize she has gotten into bed with the devil. Ooh, crook is toxic. And there it is. You can't be on here talking about how you don't want anybody talking about you, but somebody you just met, you done hooked up with and start doing business with. You expect people not to come for you? That doesn't even make sense. That's like Darius and Chantel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, people who have a problem, people who love Darius is going to go for Chantel. People who hate Darius is going to support Chantel. I mean, that's just how it works. That's just how it works, unfortunately for them. So here's Carmen. Here's a clip of her explaining away about how they met, she and Karen, because people were like, where did this lady come from? Huh? Where did you find this lady? And this is what Carmen had to say about it. It's ridiculous, but let's listen to it.
Amanda B. How did I meet Bougie B? Bougie B actually been knowing of me and following me on social media for years, she told me. But I was happy. I've been watching her recipes coming up in my timeline for a long time. And I reached out to her and I said, girl, keep doing what you're doing. I love your recipes. You and I should get together and collab. And no, I didn't say that. I said, I love your recipes. And I was encouraging her because I had seen something negatively written on her page. And then I went to her page, or either I went to her page or she told me, no, I went to her page, and I found out that she's actually here in Houston, Texas area. And I reached out to her, and I asked her to send me her phone number. And we've been inseparable ever since. Ever since. So our friendship can't help but grow because, you know, when God puts something together, when God puts certain people in your path, they there for life. And this is going to be a lifelong friend of mine. Just like, you know, Lena, Lisa, Penny, Darnell, Sharon Benz, and so many of you guys. You know, we are connected. And you can feel the connection of certain people that are going to be in your life forever.
So she's saying that she met this woman. Is it a lesbian thing that, you know, lesbian females just move faster than, you know what I'm saying, faster than light and sound, huh? Because she just met this lady talking about they're gonna be friends for life, and they've been connected ever since. She reached out to the lady and said, "Hey, I like what you're doing." Of course. How are y'all collabing? And Carmen, your name is first on this damn cookbook, huh? Your name's first. Let's look at the cookbook again. Hold on. I won't show y'all all the pages or anything like that, but I did buy the cookbook, and there's stuff in it that Carmen never cooked in her life, like duck a l'orange. Huh? Carmen, we ain't never seen Carmen cook that before. And let me see. Well, let me see. Jamaican style barbecue ribs with a pineapple glaze. The food in this book looks good. It looks good as hell, but it does look like stock photos. It takes time, money, and effort to create a cookbook, even an ebook if it's done properly. And this one looks like it's done properly. But Carmen had zero to do with this. They just met. They weren't doing test kitchens. That shit takes months, almost a year. And shooting videos and making chocolate molten lava cakes. Come on now. This is not easy peasy 1, 2, 3 cooking either. So, you know, it looks like this young lady maybe was going to do a cookbook because she had one already. Copyright notice, Carmen Riley, Chef Carmen HTX, and Karen Anderson. Like Carmen is the lead on this. Like she's the executive chef on this. And I know for a fact Carmen did not make any of this shit in this book. Ain't no damn way. Let me show you guys. Hold on real quick. Let me go back. Let's see here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, first I gotta do this, and then do this, and then do this. So like I said, I won't show you guys the whole cookbook because, you know, that will be grimy, and I'm not gonna do that. But I will show you the front page of it. So there it is. Let me take my picture down a little bit. There you go. This is ribeye butter bomb stuffed with crab meat. Not anything we've ever seen Carmen do. Ever. None of these photos match up with Carmen's with the things she produced. And that's just what it is. That's the truth. Grilled halibut with a mango salsa. That's a pretty generic recipe. You can go and get that at any bar and grill. Grilled salmon, lobster, honey and soy glazed lamb chops. I ain't buying that. I saw those lamb chops you be making. Duck a l'orange, grilled oyster with garlic butter. Ahi tuna. None of this is, stuff that Carmen makes or cooks or anything like that. So, yeah, we won't go through the recipes though. But I did pay $25, and I will tell you. Let me see. There was another thing these right here. Well, let's look at this. Carmen puts her sour cream on the bottom. This looked like butter on the bottom of this one. Carmen, you need to stop. Look at that. That is butter. This is butter on the bottom. And we know Carmen puts her butter on the top. Huh? Yeah, we ain't about to go through no private eye. PI. Magnum PI. Look at that. This ain't even how Carmen constructs her baked potato. Child, get the hell out of my face. And like I said, there will be no shame in producing this cookbook. Let me stop sharing. There'll be no shame in producing this cookbook. That's okay, Karen. It'll be here. It'll still be up. You missed an entire hour and a half. You need to set your notifications on Patreon and or on YouTube. You can set either one or both if you like. But it'll still be up for you guys to see it later. Carmen doesn't even construct her baked potato like that. So miss me with it. And putting her name first on that cookbook is laughable because this is not her work. But she does have the most followers. And so she can leverage sales and publicity and all that stuff in that way. There will be no shame if Carmen said, again, hey, this is a compilation of some of my favorite recipes that I approve of. That's it. And I'm going to charge you guys $9.99 because I did all the legwork. That's it. That's how you avoid plagiarism because you're not claiming it's yours. You charging $25 like you did all the work and the research and paid all the money for the photographers and the this and the that and the food and the testing. You did not. So how you think $25 is justifiable for a damn ebook with at least one recipe that we know that they claimed that wasn't yours? Let me see if I can find it in the cookbook. I'm not going to show you guys, but let me look behind the scenes. Let me see. Not that many recipes in here, I can tell you that. It looked like she might have pulled that. It looked like she pulled that out, guys. The Cajun butter, whatchamacallit? Let me make sure. I got lobster in here a couple times. Let me see what this is. Oh, I think she pulled it out. That lady wasn't playing with her. What's this one? No, that's not it. They got a lot of red meat in here, I tell you that. Nope, she took it out. It's not in here. It is not in here, y'all. Or maybe it's in one of her other cookbooks. I don't know. I think it's this one. But it's not in here. She pulled it out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me see. 3, 6, 9. Yep. It's not in here. Well, that's an admission to me. Hi, Karen. So annoyed with myself that I missed an entire hour and a half. It's going to take some time before people realize how to get on, which is super simple. Just pay on Patreon, as all of you all have, and then you pay on YouTube, and that's it. And then you're in. but it's going to take some people. Some people are not that tech savvy, and that's okay. Take them a little bit more time, and then for people to realize that, oh shit, Nandy's on. But you'll know that we'll be on by the schedule that's out there on Patreon as well as here on YouTube. So you'll always be able to see the countdown and all that stuff for when we're going to go live next. Can you edit a cookbook in real time? 1,000%. Yes, 1,000%. Especially if it's uploaded on a server, which it is. You can always edit it, and then when the server updates, the newly edited version of it is now, what people have, where it's pulling from. Yep, absolutely. That's one of the benefits and the beauties of having an e-cookbook is that you can edit it at any time. I mean, it's really interesting. Let me see. What's up, Jacqueline? Hi, darling. I appreciate you, Kathy Stanley Stewart. I saw you get your thing in right under the buzzer. Sawanda. My screen froze. Anyone else? Your screen froze? Anybody else screen frozen in here? Listen, guys, this court document stuff that Carmen filed in the 9th hour that we just went through is hot off the press. And how long it took them to sit up there and think of a way that they can go and try to get something back on her, a counter to Corinna's counter, is really, really interesting. And again, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Anybody else frozen? Let me know in the comments, guys. I realize that we don't have over 1,000 people on our lives like we do at times. And so the comments flow when you have that many people. But because we don't have 1,000 people on right now, then you guys, it will be great if you're more interactive. You can't just sit back and listen to me. I know that's great and nice and lovely and fine, and fun to do. But your participation would definitely be appreciated because it's not like we have 2,000 people on the live and you can sit back and watch other people's comments. No. So Karen, is your screen still frozen? Are you watching from, you're watching from YouTube? Okay. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to get off. We've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes. We will be back on tomorrow, talking about a number of different things across the internet. We're going to revisit the claim that Chantel tried to put in against Darius for her kitchen appliances that were already broke down when he went there, like that refrigerator, the stove. There was someone working on the stove when he pulled up. So she tried to file a claim against him for her appliances that were probably already in disrepair, against his $1 million insurance policy. I mean, just insane. Didn't send him over all the slips and receipts he needed to compensate the wait staff for their, for working there, and all the other stuff with that. The last time we were on, we were talking about Nikki over at Everything Zaire. And, there were people in the comments. I went out and came back and it's all better. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad it wasn't something on on my side here. I said a lot of things that were true. And I had a conversation with a couple of people afterwards. And, at the end of the day, Nikki is, very troubled. She has a lot of troubles in the background, and et cetera, et cetera. Anytime you have to go to social media and ask somebody to buy you tampons the other day, I mean, that's deep. But she has a lot of problems, and I don't delight in kicking people's esophagus in. But if you keep coming for me and doing things and saying things against me, despite some of the requests that I get from some of the people who watch, elderly and non-elderly alike, to just let things slide, or be a little easier, or don't do this or don't do that. I'm going to there's been people who's come forth, about the different things that I've said, and from all the stuff that I said on our previous live. But I it was requested of me and some other people who have a lot of information about her to I don't want to say shift the conversation around her, but first of all, nobody can tell me what the fuck to do on my show. If I want to talk about X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna talk about it. If I don't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna talk about it. But I will say that we're still going to talk about what we see on this here blue app, as well as well, we're not on the blue app right now, on this red app, which will be YouTube. And I'm gonna see how things shake out over the next couple of days. You know what I'm saying? If you keep my name in your filthy mouth, whoever it is, her included, then I'm going to continue to keep your name in my clean mouth, sweetheart. Okay? Don't let them people pump you up. You know what I'm saying? I done called off the dogs, to be honest, because there were people who wanted to come on the show. I done called off the dogs, sweetheart, just for now, only to protect some other people um who needs to be protected. All right? But I'm still talk about your ass. I'm gonna talk about the things you do on your page and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm gonna hold off for right now on bringing certain people on. And there are people in the comments who were definitely letting everybody know what was up. Y'all forget too, I have a senior group. I have a whole senior group. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Senior moments. That's our private group. So, yeah, I'm connected with a lot of the seniors who are online, and a lot of them watch this page. I have a lot of their personal phone numbers. Definitely, definitely. So let's go ahead and put this on a pregnant pause, okay? About X, Y, and Z, because again, it would bring in other people, and I don't need people catching strays out here. You know what I'm saying? So, but we still gonna talk. We gonna keep it cute, like how we do with Carmen and Tay. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna not talk about anybody on this internet anymore. I'm gonna talk about everything that's going on this internet. Now, if you want to talk about what's going on off the internet, then we can talk about that. What's up, Mr. Stevens? The easiest person can be pushed. Yes, 100%. Exactly. So we're gonna leave it at that for now. We're gonna see what happens. She hasn't been online since that ultimate smackdown the other day, and all the information that I leaked out, maybe once with a gaggle of bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't need anybody to come on this platform and fight for me and talk for me and attack that person for me too. I don't do that. Won't do that over here. That causes more problems. And we just don't do that over here. I can stand on my own too. There's a thought. But we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how it shakes down and what's up. And for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pause on bringing people on and to protect certain people. Certain people don't deserve to be exposed or talked about or whatever, or dragged into this into a number of different things. And I did watch a piece of that when they were trying to jump me, her so-called clapback the other day, which was I did watch a piece of it, and there were a couple of things that were, I mean, everything's a lie, but there were a few things that really, really stood out to me. You know what's up, and I know what's up. So, saying that Tammy was the one who told me X, Y, and Z. Many people told me X, Y, and Z. That's how I know lots of different things. That's how I know you this and that and the third and did the old it. That's how I know. Tammy don't know shit. Tammy only know but so much. You know what I'm saying? Tammy, no. Me and Tammy, no. And Tam talking about you sent her over there to spy on me. We were cool when y'all were over there, remember? Because I was promoting, you were running for that Fab over 40. So how did I send somebody to spy on you? We were cool. I was promoting the shit out of her for Fab over 40 while she was at Mr. JB's house. So how I sent Tammy to Mr. JB's house to spy on her? Huh? I was promoting those juices in a jar. I was doing all that. So how I send somebody to spy on you? Stop it. No. People come to me, not just her, other people. You know. You know. And tell me shit. Lots of people, different people. So please, if you want me, we could do it. We can go, or we can do what most content creators do, which is talk about all the shit that's out there on these apps. There's so many things to talk about. Okay. Or you could play tough. You know what I'm saying? And act like you don't care and this and that and the third, and then we can get it. All right. Hi, Charlene Frazier. Good morning. Damn, it's morning time. I guess it is middle of the night. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to, we're going to go live on our regular Facebook page. We're at the hour and a half mark, which is about the time that we're going to do these lives. But we'll be back on here tomorrow to talk about a number of things. Miss Netta and the shine she's getting from all the different celebrities. But you know how that is. Once you go viral, everybody wants to hook onto you. So we'll talk about that and a whole bunch of other things tomorrow. We're going to play some trivia tomorrow and give away some money on here. So that's always fun too. Some lunch money. And all that good stuff, all the jazz. All right. So let's hop off of here. We're not going to cover everything that we talked about here on our live because this is for you guys, for the paid subscribers to this segment of Nandy After Dark for this program. But we will be talking about that. The sole purpose of going live on all the platforms is to talk about this hot off the press court document that everybody needs to know about so that they can be in the know for Tuesday when the court case goes all the way down. And there is a Zoom link for it, but the Zoom links don't work like that. I promise you. Anybody and everybody can't just jump on a Zoom link. They have a strict process for it, a screening process for it, et cetera, et cetera. So don't even waste your time trying to hop on the Zoom. All right. But is Carmen here in Atlanta? Probably. She probably flew out. I mean, her attorney's here, so she could have, of course, filed the paperwork. I'm sure she did, actually. But anyway, let's get off of here. Can we get a song on the way out? That is part of being a paid subscriber to the Patreon and being here on YouTube. Member requests, follower requests. Let me see what song I want to sing. Oh my God, my voice. What song y'all want to hear me sing? Miss Lot, you would put me on. Can we get a song on the way out? Oh my God. Let me see. Glad to be here, Coach. Thanks, Miss Mitchell. Thank you all for your support. Every single one of you on here are supporters of, you're definitely teammates, but you're supporters of this venture. And I definitely appreciate it. It's more fun to go live and interact with your favorite social media influencers than it is to go back and look at a video. So, anything. Okay. Also put plugs for people. To join over here. Also put plugs for people to join over here. Yes, definitely. Miss Lot said anything. Let me see. Let me see. What do you guys want me to sing? Do. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and lip sang for a while. And there he was, this young one, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song. My voice is, I need to drink some tea. I'm going to have to be vocal ready next time for you guys. Telling my whole life with his words killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters. That's enough. I can only give you guys a few bars tonight. Tomorrow I'll have tea, and we can really get down into some songs tomorrow. Maybe just one. Listen, guys, I want to hop off. We're at our time, an hour and a half. And yes, that's a favorite. Oh, awesome. Let's go over to meet me over on our regular Facebook page. Again, they won't get a full show like what we're doing here now. They can't play in the trivia games that we do and all that kind of stuff. This is exclusive for you guys. And but I got to break this court document all the way down, all right, and get into it and talk about it with them over there, because yeah, I know they're gonna want to know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our first episode of our podcast here on YouTube, Nandy After Dark. I will be pushing this out to my already established podcasts on Spotify, Apple, etc., so you can listen easily on the go as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be right back here tomorrow at the same time, around the same time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Saturday, or today. And we'll be having, this is where we'll be meeting up 3 times a week, every week. So, all right. You guys have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of the day. And make sure if you're in our homeroom, if you're in our private group, that you go under the post and let everyone know that you attended and how you liked the show tonight in our private group. All right, you guys have a lovely rest of the night / morning, and I'll see you right here tomorrow for another episode. All right, and before that, I'll see you in a few minutes on our regular Facebook page. All right, or Facebook and YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye.